Taiwan upsets the Philippines in FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers, earns $1 million bonus. Consumer finds cockroach in ice pump. Authorities investigate millions in goods trapped in Taichung Shin Mitsukoshi after explosion. Trump calls Zelenskyy a dictator. Delta offering $30,000 to passengers on overturned plane. Scotland frees hundreds of inmates. Collagen supplements, worth the hype? China's Ne Zha 2 becomes highest-grossing animated film ever.
Hello, I'm Johnny. Thank you for joining us on Funday News. It's Friday, February 21st, International Mother Language Day. And here are your top stories. And for today's Taiwan news, Taiwan's men's basketball team stunned the Philippines with a 7-point home win in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers, bouncing back from a 53-point loss. Vice captain Shin, who scored 21 points, said the victory boosted team morale as they prepare for their next game. A consumer reported finding a whole cockroach inside a Lianzhen taro milk cap ice pop. Health authorities in Keelung, Taipei, and Taichung are investigating the manufacturer and distributor, with Taichung officials set to inspect the production facility. Following the February 13th gas explosion, retailers are unable to retrieve $5 to $6 million worth of stock per brand from the indefinitely closed mall. With no access or maintenance, businesses fear financial losses and product damage due to humidity and mold. And in global news, President Donald Trump spent the day attacking Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelenskyy, calling him a dictator and deepening the rift between the two leaders. His attacks came after Zelenskyy, reacting to U.S.-Russia talks in Saudi Arabia, from which Kyiv was excluded, said the U.S. president was living in a disinformation space governed by Moscow. Speaking at a Saudi-backed investment meeting in Florida, Trump said the only thing Zelenskyy was really good at was playing Joe Biden like a fiddle.
I think I have the power to end this war, and I think it's going very well. But today I heard, we weren't invited. Well, you've been there for 3 years. You should have ended it 3 years. You should have never started it. You could have made a deal.
The dictator slur quickly prompted criticism from European leaders, including German Chancellor Olaf Scholz, who said, "It is simply wrong and dangerous to deny President Zelenskyy his democratic legitimacy." Zelenskyy's 5-year term of office was due to end in May 2024. However, Ukraine has been under martial law since Russia launched its full-scale invasion in February 2022, and elections are suspended. Swedish Prime Minister Ulf Kristersson also criticized Trump's use of the word dictator, while German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock called the comments absurd.
Delta Airlines is offering passengers who were on the Toronto-bound flight that crash-landed and flipped upside down $30,000 each. It was not immediately clear how passengers can claim their money, but if all 76 passengers accept Delta's offer, the airline will have to pay nearly $2.3 million in total. The Delta spokesperson said that Delta Care Team representatives are telling customers that the offer has no strings attached and does not affect rights.
Delta Flight 4819, which was arriving at Toronto Pearson International Airport from Minneapolis, burst into flames upon landing and flipped upside down on the runway at around 2:15 p.m. on Monday. The CRJ-900 was carrying 76 passengers and 4 crew members, who were left dangling from their seatbelts when the smoking plane came to a stop. There were no deaths, but 21 people were injured and taken to local hospitals. Airport President and CEO Deborah Flint said none of the injuries were life-threatening. The cause of the crash remains unclear. The Transportation Safety Board of Canada is investigating, with assistance from the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board.
Hundreds of prisoners will be freed in Scotland as part of a broader emergency response to ease the burden of overcrowded prisons across the United Kingdom. After the first of almost 400 prisoners were released, a Scottish prison service spokesperson said, "We have been managing an extremely high and complex prison population for more than a year, putting considerable pressure on all those living and working in our establishments." According to government statistics, Scotland's prisons housed almost 8,000 prisoners per day in 2024.
It is a 6% increase from the previous year. Scotland is part of the United Kingdom but, like Wales and Northern Ireland, has its own semi-autonomous government with broad powers over areas including healthcare, education, and law, meaning its government can unilaterally decide to free the prisoners without seeking the consent of the British Parliament in London. According to the most recent British government data, the prison population across the UK was just over 97,000 in March 2024, which projected that number to grow by around 4,500 every year while prisons remained almost full.
Collagen supplements might make your skin more elastic, but the evidence is weak. Collagen is hugely hyped. This protein, which is important to the structure of skin and joints, has been presented as a miracle cure for everything from wrinkles to poor sleep. Production of collagen, the most abundant protein in the body, naturally slows with age, whether or not you protect your skin from the sun. To compensate, collagen supplementation has become a booming industry.
Collagen products come from a variety of animals: cows, pigs, chickens, and fish. Gelatin, which is used to make sweets, jelly, and capsules for pharmaceuticals, is a form of collagen. Overall, many marketing claims made about oral collagen products don't stand up to scrutiny. A senior scientific officer for human nutrition at the European Food Safety Authority explained that in the European Union, no health claims for collagen supplements have gotten the green light. EFSA is the EU agency responsible for assessing risks related to novel foods. When they examined collagen, they concluded that the health claims submitted about it so far were not supported by enough high-quality evidence.
According to data from ticketing platform Maoyan, the Chinese animated blockbuster哪吒 2 overtook Pixar's Inside Out 2 on Tuesday to become the highest-grossing animated film globally.哪吒 2 has amassed a total box office revenue of 12.3 billion yuan, including pre-sales and overseas earnings, making it the 8th highest-grossing film globally. Over 99% of哪吒 2's box office income has come from mainland China, which starkly contrasts with Hollywood films that typically rely on a more global distribution strategy.
哪吒 2 is a sequel to the 2019 hit哪吒. The film is based on the 16th-century Chinese novel, The Investiture of the Gods, depicting a heroic boy with magical powers who tries to defend Shentongguan, a fortress town. Directed by Sichuan-born director Yang Yu, also known as Zhaozi, the film propelled the 2025 Lunar New Year box office in the country to an all-time high. Released during the lucrative Chinese New Year period, the film wasted no time shattering records. It quickly surpassed the lifetime earnings of its predecessor's $726.2 million United States dollars haul and overtook The Battle of Lake Changjin, China's previous highest-grossing film.
The answer for yesterday was C, assert. The lawyer asserted his client's innocence in court. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into today's news. Trump calls Zelenskyy a dictator. Number 1, dictator, 独裁者. The dictator ruled the country with an iron fist, silencing any opposition. Number 2, disinformation, 假消息、虚假资讯. The government was accused of spreading disinformation to confuse the public. Number 3, legitimacy, 合法性、正当性. The legitimacy of the election was questioned after reports of widespread fraud. Next, we have a multiple-choice question for everyone to practice. You can write your answer in the comments section, and the correct answer will be announced next week. International Mother Language Day was officially announced by UNESCO in 1999, but it has been observed in Bangladesh since the mid-1950s. This day celebrates cultural diversity and commemorates the language martyrs, students of Bangladesh. These students are honored through the encouragement of multiculturalism and the promotion of protective measures for endangered languages. And that's all for today's Funday News. Be sure to tune into Funday News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join Funday for free. I'm Johnny Wu, your host, and I will see you next time.